Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kelly Nealon of Lasting Light Wellness, and we are here to talk about all things astrology today. We're going to be bringing in an Aquarian activation for you to participate in. We're going to talk about the solstice, the conjoining of planets, all things and what they mean to you. If you need to reach us, you can reach us on our website. We also have an online store with New Age goodies and on all the social media platforms. We also do healing through Reiki, shamanism, and hypnosis. So the Grand Conjunction, what exactly is it? You probably heard people talking about it, but maybe you weren't sure what it means. So Saturn and Jupiter are going to be meeting this time in the air sign of Aquarius. The last time this happened was a really long time ago. Most sources I'm seeing are saying 1405, but I've also seen a 1200s and a 1600s date mentioned. Just be assured it was a very long time ago. So every 20 years, the planets meet, but not this close. And they won't come this close again for another 60 years. And it's making this a once in a lifetime event for most of us. And it's considered the heralding into the gateway event of the Aquarian age, bringing us deeper into this energy. So the solstice began at 5:02 Eastern Time this morning. The conjunction, depending upon where you are, is between 11 and 1 today. So Saturn and Jupiter will be at only a 0.1 degree percent of separation as seen from our planet Earth. And they're the two largest planets you can see with the naked eye. So this amazing cosmic moment will help bring balance and gratitude and allow us to grow and expand. It's really important today since Jupiter has all of those expansive properties and big properties to keep your energy really positive for today. And in addition, like if this wasn't already enough, and it's being on the winter solstice, we also have a meteor shower peak today as well. So if you're looking for that, if the clouds clear in the sky for you, look towards the Little Dipper to view this. So the Grand Conjunction, we entered the age of Aquarius in the year 2000. This is when we started the beginning movement from the masculine energy into the feminine energy. And the first 50 years, you're on the cusp of this energy. So we're ripping away from the old masculine systems and we're moving into the new feminine systems and into the air sign energy, since Aquarius is an air sign. And in the beginning, I was waiting for things to happen, and nothing really seemed to be happening. And I was like, maybe they were wrong, but they weren't. So we had other planetary alignments in January of this year, which caused everything we've been experiencing so far this year in 2020 and all of its greatness. And we are now seeing a lot of these changes coming forth very quickly. And both Saturn and Jupiter are meeting in this Aquarian energy. So it's shifting the way these planets normally act with us because it's happening in this feminine air sign. So since this energy is happening in the air sign, it's bringing up things more like egalitarianism, humanitarianism, spirituality, things like that. And this is just ushering in a new energetic era. And since it's happening on the same day as the solstice, it's even more powerful. So if you're not familiar with the Age of Aquarius back from the 60s song, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So this is calling in the feminine energy. It's an energy of inclusiveness or oneness, even celebrating diversity and non-conformality. It's talking all about vibration and frequency. So all of my crystal loving people out there, there's going to be even more crystal loving people soon. It's all about vibration and frequency. It's about being an energy being. We're bringing in new systems. We're going to be talking about Pachamama, the earth energy, bringing in clean energy, even unexpected changes. So things are really going to begin to pick up now that we've had this planetary alignment and we're moving more heavily into the age of Aquarius. So even though 2020 may have had some not so good changes for you, look forward to new changes coming forward. And I would say even the energy of what's to come. So things that you may see increasing in the Aquarian energy beyond those ideals are even going to be things like increases in AI technology, things for green energy are going to be coming in. All of those type of energies are going to be increasing in the Aquarian age. So the winter solstice, the sun's at 0 degrees of Capricorn, and then it's entering into Aquarius. So being at 0 of something is a new beginning. So just like the light is going to be increasing from this point forward, it's the darkest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere here. You can think about things expanding and increasing and looking for renewal. It's a really great time of year. At noon, you have the longest shadow of the year. And it also can be a time for people to reflect on what they're willing to get rid of from their shadow side. But it's just a sign of rebirth from this point out. So the combination of the planets being within 0.1 degrees of one another and forming this conjuncture is going to form a very beautiful Christmas star formation in the sky. And it'll just appear like Jupiter and Saturn have combined, and it's this really bright star that we'll see at the sky. So I'm really hoping that the clouds go away so we can view this wonderful astrological event. The Grand Conjunction is all about the big picture coming into view. From a shamanic standpoint, we would say it's the condor, the eagle vision, the 20,000 feet in the air vision of what's going on planet Earth. 2020, everything that happened was a big catalyst for mass awakenings and changing of things. You know, all of a sudden we went to a complete digital age. Everybody could suddenly, for the most part, work from home. Things suddenly that you could never do except for in person. Guess what? You bought that house online with paperwork that you sent back and forth digitally. Things were just changing before our very eyes very, very quickly. And those type of technological changes and leaps will continue going forward as the energy of Aquarius comes in even more. And we'll continue to feel the ripples from this change for a very long time to come. So now is the time to jump into this new energy. And it's a big birth of a new era because the Aquarian energy is going to start to come in even stronger. I'm going to talk a little bit about the planets that we're talking about today with the conjuncture. So, and what they mean and what they stand for. So Jupiter is it's the big planet. It's about expanding everywhere. It's about opportunities and growth. It brings in things like health, abundance, changes in beliefs and your intuitive ability. So maybe if you were always held a belief of this, things may start opening and changing. On the negative flip side of the planet, they can be pessimistic at times. So Jupiter's remaining in the sign of Aquarius for most of the year, except for some short retrogrades. So it's going to even expand using the expansion of the planet Jupiter, the Aquarian ideals and energy. So this is just amplifying what we've been feeling. And then Saturn is kind of a little bit of the opposite. It's more about discipline and patience and responsibility and setting limits. On the negative side, it can bring in fearful or stubborn type of feelings, but it also has this Renaissance energy to it, and it can bring in inventions for humanity and things like that. So they may use its discipline to come up with the inventions for humanity. So once again, all of that happening in the air sign, very, very positive for all of us. So you can look forward to possibly people on a more global level having major ideological resets. So we can, as we come into this energy stronger in the next 30 years, things are going to change more rapidly. We'll have increases in a lot of the technology type of sectors I had already talked about, but even cryptocurrency may come up. Just all kinds of green endeavors for the planet are coming up. And you need to decide energetically, because we're moving into a vibration of frequency now. You need to decide who is good to have around you energetically. Are they positive people, or are they constantly all the time energy vampires? Because we're also coming into an era of, with the planets that are coming in, personal responsibility. So it's your responsibility to guard your own energy space and who you let in and who you don't let in. So we need to balance these two planets that have a little bit of, opposites to them. So it's about us and finding balance within us. And just be very conscious, once again, a reminder to be very positive today, what you're putting out, because whatever you put out today will expand. So Aquarius asks you to see your own internal authority. You need to become your own guru. Get in touch with your own stuff and your soul inside. And in this energy is the era where we start to recognize the karma that we create and take responsibility for it. And because we're doing that, we will probably choose to make much better decisions about things going forward. And that's just going to affect our outlook and how we look at things. We're moving very much from a me standpoint to a we standpoint, you could say. And that makes things different. So what I would like to do now is I'm going to transition from telling you about things to asking you to have an experience with us to help call in the Aquarian age energy. So as I set things up and I move into calling in the 4 directions and creating sacred space for us today, I'd like you to get comfortable. You can either do this in a chair or lying down, but turn off all of your distractions and really try to tune in with this energy as we do the Aquarian activation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call in the 4 directions. And I do this by using sacred waters or sage and calling them in. And at the end of each direction, we say Hayaya. That's what we say in the Andean, the Peruvian way of calling it in. It's kind of similar to Aho. So if you want to, as I'm reading these at the end of each direction, give me a Hayaya. You can join in with us with the great energy. So go ahead, get comfortable. And if you want to, and you know which direction these are in your house, you can take your hands and you can place them both out, palms facing out into these directions as I call them out. So spirits of the East, come and heal what our soul has already healed. Power of the Condor Eagle Spirit, come. Help us to see the brightest and the clearest visions. Hi-ya-ya. Spirits of the South, come and heal what our soul has already healed. Sachamama, wrap your coils of light around us and be able to shed our skin and let go of the past. Hi-ya-ya. Spirit of the West, come and heal what our soul has already healed. Sacred Jaguar, share with us your wonderful wisdom and strength. Hi-ya-ya. Spirits of the North, come and heal what our soul has already healed. Sacred Hummingbird, show us the nectar and the beautiful flowers of our lives. Hi-ya-ya. Pachamama, come and heal what our soul has already healed. Give us strength and ground us. Hi-ya-ya. Heavens of above, Father Moon, Father Sun, Mother Moon, countless stars in the sky, all of the Chakanas shining down on us, illuminate us with their light. Spirits of the great Apus, Asantakai, Salkantai, Mount Mitchell, Mount Washington, bless us with your sacred powers. Ay-ya-ya. All hearts, bring your hands to your heart. Come and heal what our soul has already healed, and with your beauty, we reawake. Hi-ya-ya. So if you haven't already, as I had asked earlier in my email, if you're just coming to us, I asked you to write down what you're releasing from this year. And then also calling in on a separate piece of paper, what are you calling in to recreate? Or I should say co-create for this year, not recreate. So what are you looking to co-create with this Aquarian energy, bringing you into 2021? So if you haven't had a chance to do those 2 things, just go ahead and pause the video now and write those things down. So when I call in the 4 directions, I like to do it with either sacred spray or sage. So you can also do that in your own space as well, or Palo Santo, whatever you have to create a sacred space for yourself, or maybe place some of your crystals around. So if you're breathing in anything nice, just breathe in the sage or the smell and just let yourself drop down into your heart. If you want, you can light a candle or a small fire and just have that light connect us to everyone here that's doing this ceremony, anyone who's listening to it. And just allow it to strengthen all of us with these exercises today. Just ceremony helps us transform space and time, so we're in a different dimension. And we call this sacred space. And I invite all of you to join me in this sacred space today. And I'd like you to anchor your energy downward to Pachamama, the Earth Mother. And then anchor your higher energies to the heavens above. And let's call in the blessings of Spirit. And on this longest night of the year in the North Hemisphere, we anticipate the coming of the light. But we want to thank the darkness and release any of the darkness within us. And let the darkness be a time to plant seeds that will see the light and grow hold in 2021. And this is a once in a lifetime energetic turning of the corners, so to speak, the turning of the wheels of time. The solstice energy is upon us with the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. And we welcome in the energy of Aquarius. And we shift to we and the humanitarian efforts, and this energy has all begun. And we feel the renewal of life and all the blessings of Spirit that have come to be with us today at this time. And we ask the energy of Aquarius to enter all of our chakras and energy centers at this time. I'd like you to open up your crown chakra and feel the light begin to pour into your fontanelle at your crown. And let it fill your head, opening up your third eye, feeling all of your intuitive centers come online. Moving downward and bathing your throat and allowing creative expression in both word and art to flow. So take a moment and bring your hands to your heart and fill your heart with unconditional love. Send this love to yourself. You could even say that you love yourself 10 times. And just feel the energy melt away, all the tension in your solar plexus. And feel your personal wisdom and power rise. Feel the energy enter the sacrum, the sacred bowl, and enliven all the juicy energies there. And they're creating positive movement in your life. And then allow it to enter the dark, rich area of the root chakra. and feel the grounding presence and anchor that energy to Mother Earth. Feel the energy pour in, the Aquarian energy, that light energy from your crown all the way down to the root and into Pachamama. And with your body energized and cleansed, it's now time to enter the portal, the gateway to the Aquarian age. Feel and hear and attune yourself to the growing energy of the Aquarian age. Call in that frequency now. Feel your heart open and release. And vibrate at the frequency of love. Call all parts of your being back into yourself and be fully and divinely present in this moment. In the words of Ram Dass, be here now. And connecting fully with all of the chakras, the connection to Mother Earth through our feet, and the celestial energies from the heaven above through the crown of our head. Connect now with the divine and feel yourself being filled with the liquid gold that vibrates at the frequency of unconditional love. And fully feel your third eye, your heart, and your solar plexus chakras being open and spinning. Feel the Aquarian energy enter them. And now I'd like you to go on a little journey with me. I'd like you to visualize that you're in the woods and you see a big bonfire in the distance. And you walk towards the fire and you see from all four directions there's lines of people coming together to join you in a fire ceremony. You feel the heat as you get closer to the fire. And when it's your turn to enter, you take your seat around the sacred fire. And there's a basket of sticks that's being passed around the fire. And everyone takes one and places it in front of them. When the circle is complete, you join hands with people on either side of you. Feel yourself being among this very special group, this community of souls. And in the Andean shamanic tradition, there's a concept called Anye, meaning sacred reciprocity. It's keeping in balance the giving and the receiving. And together, be giving over and releasing whatever we need to from this past year. So release your hands and pick up the stick. And as we're releasing, place all of your intentions into the stick. So let's release what and who we have lost this year, or we're ready to release right now. And right now, choose to clear what is not in alignment with what you want for the future. Let us cleanse and release what no longer serves you. And we honor nature today as we sync our energies with Mother Earth. See our light as it connects. See Pachamama bathed in this new light. And feel connected to the earth. And feel the love encircling. And as we feel this connection, we freely choose to place into the stick and remove and release any energies that we picked up or were directed towards us that aren't in alignment with the real you. And speaking to you in all levels of dimension, time, consciousness, lifetimes. Clearing away, removing, releasing, returning to Pachamama, everything that needs to be released. We are a collective energy moving into the we energy of Aquarius. So take your stick and imbue it with anything else that you are releasing from this year and this lifetime. And then hand your stick to the person to your right and accept the stick from the person next to you. And this is to show that we're all holding each other in collective energies, and we're supporting those around us. Hold up the stick, and then together, go ahead, throw the stick into the fire, releasing all of the unhealthy energies. And the stick will be burnt, and the flames will go up, and the flames will go ahead and release into the air, that air sign of Aquarius, releasing it and accepting it. And bring yourself into alignment so that you've released all areas of resistance that are not keeping you on the correct path. Right now, let those go as you gaze into the fire. That's right. Release it now. And release all things holding you back from being alignment in your life in regards to abundance, relationships, careers, holding on to past traumas, your self-confidence, and more. And ask now, the receiving part, to be aligned with the new 5-dimensional energies and release whatever was keeping you in a low vibration. Consciously letting go of everything keeping you in outdated energies and any energies which no longer serve your highest good. And in the Aquarian energy, we're moving from the 3 lower chakras into the higher ones, and feel yourself connected with those higher energies now. And then drop down into the unconditional love of the heart. And feel that your heart can be a portal, a connection to those around you and of the greater Aquarian energy. Feel yourself connecting with nature, the elements, and the 4 directional energies. Now is a time of rebirth. And call into being what you need to manifest for 2021 and beyond. Call upon the Aquarian and Solstice energies to uplift you and send your wishes on. So place your hands on your heart now. You're now within the Aquarian gateway. All the things you wish to create with this new energy. Bring out your piece of paper and place it on your heart, or list them out in your head. All of the things you're calling in to manifest. Think of them like seeds in your heart. And let this wish to create with this new energy, let the heat of the fire allow these seeds to germinate and take hold. Holding the collective consciousness now for all of the things that everyone is choosing to manifest in the new year. Feeling everyone being uplifted and working towards their goals that serve others. And I'd like you to ask your heart now and your soul, what is your word for 2021 in the Aquarian gateway? Let the word come to you. And begin to vibrate with the frequency of that word. Feel the energy of all the elements and the directions to support this transition. Pachamama below and in the north, the fire energy in the south, the water in the west, the wind in the east, and the cosmos above us. And notice how strong the energy is today. Say to yourself right now, I choose to align myself with the great Aquarian energy. And then feel yourself enter the gateway now. I choose to activate this frequency now. I call it in order to experience it flowing throughout me this entire year. And I want you to amplify your feelings of love and your healing powers for the good of all humanity. Feel everyone's energy, everyone who is in the fire circle, everyone who's listening today. Feel their energy rise. Clasp hands again with the people in the circle and choose to lift everyone up. Raise your joined hands over your head, symbolic of lifting everyone's collective energy in the circle. And allow this energy, this frequency, to spin in your chakras and communicate with you this year. Be a conduit of the love energy that Aquarius holds. And as we expand, we can touch those around us as we call in the light and all the potential possibilities of this new energy. We spread our light and our hope to those around us. Just feel yourself absorbing all of this high frequency energy and taking in the divine essence of love. Allow this energy to recharge and realign you, and choose to bring this new energy with you. Thank those in the fire circle and go ahead and return home. Take a nice deep breath in and out, thanking all of the directional energies for helping us manifest this day. If you wish, you can burn your pieces of paper safely in a fire, and the ceremony is complete. So I thank you for joining us today on this most auspicious of days and entering into this wonderful Aquarian activation energy. And I want to talk a little bit about tomorrow. So on Tuesday, the 22nd, it's the last 11 master day of 2020. So if you add them all up, they add up to 11. So this is considered the Aquarian era of transition on a master day. And the two ones form a pillar or a gateway energy. So this signals the time to take personal responsibility for your abundance and your balance on this earth. If you'd like to reach us, please reach out. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. More videos are coming. Reach us for healing and hypnosis if you need a year-end tune-up. I wish you many blessings in the coming year and enjoy the Aquarian age. Good day.